We're thrilled to have you join us on this exciting journey, where we'll be sharing the latest news, updates, and insights into the life and endeavors of the beloved Sheikh Hamdan and the esteemed royal family of Dubai. Here, you'll get a glimpse into the inspiring world of Sheikh Hamdan's philanthropic efforts, his passion for sports, and his vision for a brighter future for the UAE. We'll also be translating the poignant and thought-provoking poems penned by His Highness, offering a unique perspective into his thoughts and feelings. Stay tuned for exclusive updates, behind-the-scenes stories, and fascinating insights into the world of the royal family. We're committed to bringing you closer to the heart and soul of Sheikh Hamdan's endeavors, and we can't wait to share this journey with you. Get ready to be moved by the Crown Prince's words, as we translate his heartfelt poems into multiple languages. His poetry is a reflection of his deep love for his country, his people, and the values that bring us all together. By joining our channel, you'll become part of a vibrant community of fans who share your passion for Sheikh Hamdan and the royal family. We'll keep you updated on the latest news, events, and initiatives, and provide a platform for you to engage with like-minded individuals from around the world. Thank you for being part of this journey. We're honored to have you along, and we look forward to sharing the wonders of Sheikh Hamdan's world with you. The echoes of what's lost still linger, a haunting reminder of what could have been. The silence is deafening, a stark contrast to the laughter and whispers that once filled the space. It's as if the very fabric of our shared reality has been torn apart, leaving behind a void that's impossible to fill. The memories of our time together now feel like a distant dream, a fleeting glimpse of happiness that's been cruelly snatched away. The dreams we built, the inside jokes that brought us closer, the future plans that seemed so certain, all gone, vanished into the ether like wisps of smoke on a windy day. The apartment, once a sanctuary, now feels like a hollow shell, a physical manifestation of the emptiness that gnaws at my soul. The unwatched shows, the unspoken words, the unfinished conversations, all reminders of what we'll never have. The weight of it all is crushing, a constant ache that refuses to subside. In the silence, I'm left to pick up the pieces of a shattered heart, to wonder what could have been, and to confront the harsh reality of what's been lost. The pain is a slow-burning fire, one that will take time to extinguish, but for now, it's all I can feel. The aftermath of our goodbye has left an unfillable void, a silence that echoes through every waking moment. The routines we shared, once a comforting rhythm, now feel like a hollow shell. No more morning texts to brighten my day, no weekend adventures to anticipate. Even the coffee shop we loved has become a bittersweet reminder of what we've lost. As night falls, and the world slows down, my mind becomes a projector of memories. I replay the moments we shared, the laughter, the quiet moments, and the promises we made. The ache of longing grows louder, a persistent whisper that asks if I'll ever find a connection as deep and meaningful again. The loneliness I'm experiencing feels different this time. It's not just the absence of her presence that hurts, but the disconnection from the person I was when we were together. I miss the version of myself who was happy, carefree, and in love. The uncertainty of whether I'll ever find that feeling again is a daunting prospect. The hardest truth to accept is that sometimes, love isn't enough. No matter how much two people care for each other, their paths can diverge, leaving one or both to navigate the world alone. It's a painful realization, one that makes me wonder if I'm destined to repeat this cycle of meeting someone, falling deeply, and ending up alone with a heart that's even more bruised. As I navigate this new reality, I'm left to ponder the what-ifs and the maybes. Will I find someone who understands me like she did? Will I experience that kind of love again? The answers, for now, remain elusive, and I'm left to face the silence, the loneliness, and the uncertainty of what's to come. The apartment's familiar spaces now feel like a hollow echo chamber, a haunting reminder of what's been lost. The silence is a palpable presence, a heavy blanket that wraps around me, suffocating me with its emptiness. Every glance around the room feels like a poignant reminder of her absence. The empty space where her shoes used to sit, the bare counter where her favorite mug once warmed my hands. As I sit on the couch, phone in hand, I'm caught in a familiar struggle, the push and pull between reaching out and giving her space. The urge to text her, to bridge the distance between us, is strong, but I know it's a temptation to resist. This breakup feels like just another chapter in a long story of starts and stops, of loves and losses. I'm left to wonder if I'll ever break free from this cycle, or if I'll continue to find myself in this same spot, staring at my phone, and questioning what could have been. The memories of our time together linger, a bittersweet mix of joy and pain. I'm reminded of the laughter, the adventures, and the quiet moments we shared, but also of the conflicts, the disagreements, and the ultimate goodbye. It's a complex, messy, and often painful process, but one that I'm determined to learn from, to grow from, and to emerge stronger from. The ache within me feels like an open wound, refusing to heal. I'm left wondering why this one hurts so much more than the others. Perhaps it's the memories that linger, the ones I'd rather forget but can't seem to shake. Her touch, her smile, her laughter, all echoes of a love that's lost. As I sit here, lost in thought, I'm struck by the realization that some wounds run deeper than others. The promises we made, the dreams we shared, the love we nurtured, all seem to have been for nothing now. The weight of it all feels crushing, a heavy burden I'm not sure I can. I close my eyes, and the memories come flooding back. The way she'd hold my hand, her fingers tracing gentle patterns on my palm. The way she'd snuggle up close, stealing the blankets in her sleep. The way she'd look at me, her eyes filled with a deep affection. But it's not just the memories that hurt, it's the realization that I'll never experience those moments again. The finality of it all feels suffocating, a stark reminder that some goodbyes are permanent. I'm left to pick up the pieces of my shattered heart, to wonder if I'll ever find love again, and to confront the possibility that this might be the one that leaves an indelible mark on my soul. The darkness of the room seems to mirror the emptiness within me. The silence is a heavy blanket that wraps around my soul, suffocating me with its stillness. It's not just the lack of noise that hurts, but the absence of her presence, the laughter, the conversations, the warmth of her body beside me. My eyes fall upon the phone, and I'm drawn to it like a magnet. Our last conversation stares back at me, her words cutting deep like a knife. I just don't think we're right for each other anymore. The phrase echoes in my mind, a cruel reminder of the finality of it all. I wonder if I should have fought harder, if I should have said more. But deep down, I know the truth. I had already lost her long before she uttered those words. The realization is a bitter pill to swallow, a painful acknowledgement that sometimes people grow apart, and no amount of love or effort can bridge the gap. As I sit here, surrounded by the shadows, I'm consumed by a sense of exhaustion. I'm tired of giving my all, tired of hoping, tired of thinking. The weight of it all feels crushing, a heavy burden that I'm not sure I can bear. I press my palms against my face, and for a moment, I just breathe, trying to find solace in the darkness. The familiar ache of heartbreak settled in, a heavy weight that I'd experienced before, yet this time felt distinct. The wounds were fresh, the pain still raw, but my approach was different. I wasn't reaching for distractions, no late-night texts or hasty attempts to fill the void. Instead, I sat in silence, allowing myself to feel the full weight of my emotions. It was a brutal, unflinching experience. The pain seeped in, a slow-moving tide that threatened to consume me. I let out a ragged breath, my mind circling back to her, wondering if she was thinking of me, if she missed me. The thought of her moving on, laughing with someone else, was a bitter pill to swallow. I wanted to believe that she, too, was struggling, that our breakup had left her with scars that would take time to heal. But the uncertainty was a constant torment, a nagging doubt that gnawed at my mind. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was just a chapter in her life, a temporary detour on her journey. As I sat there, lost in thought, the city around me faded into the background. All that remained was the echoes of what we had, the memories that lingered like a ghostly presence. I was trapped in a limbo of emotions, unsure of how to move forward, unsure of how to let go. The only thing I knew was that I had to sit with this pain, to let it simmer, and to find a way to heal. The realization hit me like a gentle breeze on a summer day. I couldn't control her, but I could control myself. For once, I needed to break free from the chains of external validation and find happiness within. The thought was both liberating and terrifying. As I leaned back on the bench, gazing up at the sky, a sense of introspection washed over me. Maybe this breakup wasn't just another chapter in the book of heartbreak. Maybe it was a wake-up call, a sign that I needed to stop searching for someone to fill the gaps inside me. The idea sent a shiver down my spine, but it also felt like the first step toward something real, something that might actually last. I sat in a coffee shop, surrounded by the warm hum of conversation and the distant sound of cars passing by. The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over the patio, and I felt a sense of peace wash over me. I stirred my drink absent-mindedly, glancing at my phone. No unread messages, no missed calls. And for the first time in a long time, that didn't bother me. In fact, I felt a sense of contentment, a sense of being okay with just myself. It was a strange, unfamiliar feeling, but one that I was determined to explore. I thought back to who I was a year ago, and how I would have reacted to being alone in a coffee shop. I would have felt restless, anxious, like I needed someone to validate my existence. But now, something was different. I was different. The breakup that once felt like the end of the world had become the beginning of something else, something better. I was learning to find happiness in the silence, to appreciate the beauty of being alone, and to discover who I was outside of a relationship. It was a journey, one that I was both excited and terrified to embark on. A sense of liberation washed over me as I savored the moment. I'd finally broken free from the cycle of chasing relationships to escape the silence. My self-worth was no longer tied to someone else's presence or absence. I'd learned to find comfort in my own company, to appreciate the quiet moments. As I took a sip of my drink, my phone buzzed with a message from an old friend. The invitation to catch up was a pleasant surprise, but I didn't feel a desperate urge to cling to it. Instead, I smiled, feeling a sense of choice rather than necessity. I typed out a quick reply, feeling a sense of ease and freedom. As I leaned back in my chair, I watched the sky transform into a kaleidoscope of colors, deep oranges, soft pinks, and gentle purples. Life felt good, like a warm breeze on a summer day. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't afraid of being alone. Not because I'd found someone to fill the void, but because I'd discovered a sense of peace within myself. I was no longer lonely, I was content with my own company. The silence was no longer a source of anxiety, but a sanctuary where I could recharge and rediscover